Okay, third graders, welcome to another YouTube math video homework help session. We are on 2.7 and we are using charts to make some line plots. One of the benefits of a line plot that we talked about in class is that it's easier to see information and compare information. If you look at this chart here, it's a little bit more difficult to compare information than if you see it on a line plot chart, and you may be able to see this a little bit later as we answer some of the questions why it's easier to compare information when you make a line plot. So let's go ahead here. Let's look at our table. It says how many shirts were sold at each price, and you can see the prices there, how many were sold there, and they already put in the cost of each shirt here in the line plot. So that's nice of them. In class, we had to make a line plot where they didn't give us this information, and you had to go ahead and figure out what to put in there. So that's nice. How many shirts were sold at each price? And you can see the title of the chart usually goes underneath the plot chart. All right, let's answer some of the questions here. How many shirts sold for $12? Oh, you can see 4 right there. Now, use the data in the table to make a line plot. So before we go on to number 1, we should fill this in. So for $11, 1 was sold. What you typically want to do is just kind of put an X or something like that to show how many were at that price. For 12, we have 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. For 13, we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see I'm making the X's relatively the same size as I am for the $12. So you want to make your X's the same size. That way it's easier to see, to compare information. So you don't want to make some massive X's for the $14 ones and smaller X's for the 13s. Try to keep the size the same. For 14, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see how all my X's line up right here for the 4th X. You want to try to do stuff like that. For 15, we have 0, so you don't put any X's. And for 16, we have 2. Once again, trying to keep everything lined up. You can see my 2's are kind of all ready to go. All right, now we've made our line plot, and you can see already it's how crisp and easier to see that 13 has the most X's, so more were sold in the 13 area. Let's look at question number 2. At which price were the most shirts sold? Oh, that fits right into what I just finished saying. You can see there's more X's there, so $13. Let's look at question number 3. How many shirts in all were sold? Well, in this case, you would just need to count the X's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And question number 4, and the last question for this video lesson. How many shirts were sold for $13 or more? Okay, so they only want us looking at this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shirts were sold at $13 or more. Alright, so that's pretty much how you use a chart to make a line plot. So hopefully this helps you with your homework and you better understand the purpose of line plots. I look forward to seeing you guys in class.